Our Philadelphia Eagles are just one game away from Super Bowl 59. The only team that stands in their way, the number one seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by 47-year-old Tom Brady, looking for ring number 8. Father Time has stood no task against Brady, who won the MVP this season after throwing for a record 6,000 passing yards. We'll talk a little bit more about how historic Brady's season was in a little bit. But first, let's recap what happened last week and go from there. So it was a very exciting divisional round across the board, but we were down to 4 teams. We faced off against our rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, in a blizzard at home at the Link. We ended up winning the game 23-20. It was a very close matchup, back and forth until the end, but we barely hung on by the skin of our teeth. We played against the Buccaneers all the way back in week 1 in Tampa Bay. We were up by 14 points going into the fourth quarter, and we lost. Not a game that I remember fondly, but hopefully we'll get our opportunity at revenge. This Buccaneers team is loaded, of course, led by the 47-year-old Tom Brady in the 25th year of his career, 6,064 passing yards, 51 touchdowns en route to another MVP. He has a 41,000 legacy score, the highest of any active player of all time. He's made it to 11 Super Bowls, winning 7, and he is looking to add another one to the trophy case before he presumptively retires. This team is loaded with weaponry on offense. They have Kareem Hunt, Mike Evans, Maurice Rogers, Darius Slayton, O.J. Howard, and they have plenty of talent on the other side of the ball as well, with Vita Vea anchoring the defensive line. They have multiple great offensive linemen with Ali Marpet and Tristan Wirfs, and plenty of other talent on the defensive side of the ball. This team is scary good, and we are going to have our hands full against them. The game plan is going to be stop the intermediate pass. That's Brady's strength. And on offense, as always, ground and pound, run the damn ball. We do have some good news on the injury front, as offensive guard Landon Dickerson is back. Unfortunately, we did lose one of our rotational pass rushers, Hannibal Savage, to a broken thumb. He's not going to return the rest of the year, so we're going to put him on IR, try to get an extra roster spot and sign a free agent who may not necessarily play, but has some championship pedigree. What about a guy who won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, Nick Foles? We're going to sign him. He's not going to play. He's going to be our fourth-string quarterback, but he's going to bring some Super Bowl mentality to the locker room here these final couple of games, if we even make the Super Bowl. So here we go, the NFC Championship in Tampa, Florida at Raymond James Stadium. The winner is headed to Super Bowl 59 to face off against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, or Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Both of these teams are 12-5, but in very different situations. The Bucs have won a Super Bowl fairly recently. They lost one fairly recently in year 1 of this series to Lamar and the Ravens, looking to get back there today. Tampa Bay has won 2 Super Bowls in their existence, one with Brady, one without. The Eagles have won 1 Super Bowl all-time, of course, with Nick Foles at the helm against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. This time it's quarterback Xander Vanderwall looking to take the Birds back to the bowl for the first time in a little bit under a decade since, of course, the Eagles beat this man right here, Tom Brady, at 47 years old, turning back the clock, having maybe the best year of his career, which is just honestly unreal for someone of his age. So the Bucs here with it on their first possession of the ball game. Play action fake. Brady looks to throw it, and he is sacked. Winston Johnson brings down the quarterback for a loss of 9. A nice play there by the third-year linebacker out of Westlake, showing off the dance moves. That'll make it a 3rd and 19 now for Brady and the Bucs as he again drops back to throw it under pressure from Achabe, and he's going to throw that one away. Good defensive start for the Birds. They're going to force the punt, get it on offense. So we're going to get our first look here at Xander Vanderwall leading the Eagle offense, as on 2nd and 10 he goes short for Devontae Smith, who jukes away from the defender and brings it to the 48. As good as Devontae Smith was in the regular season, he has been a different animal in the playoffs. He has been absolutely remarkable here in these first 2 games so far, as Vanderwall misses the pass for Smith there on 3rd down. So that'll bring out the punt team. Here's Jack Fox on with the kick. It'll be received at the 10. Fumble! Yeah, no, that's not going to count. We're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be against Mekhi Diggins because the punt returner called for a fair catch. So it'll be a fair catch interference. That'll move the Bucs 15 yards up. Third and inches now from the 36, about halfway through the first quarter. So far, nothing really going here for either offense as Brady's pass is incomplete. So far, a pretty slow start here for Tom. Terrific. That'll force a punt, and the Eagles get it back. 3rd and 5. Vanderwall with a risky throw to the rookie, J.T. DeMarco, who brings it to the 39-yard line for the first down. That'll move the chains. 3.5 minutes now left to go here in the quarter. Play action fake for St. Clair. Vanderwall can't find anybody open, so he makes a terrible read, and it's picked off by Jimmy Ward. A big turnover for the Bucs as we have an injury, and it's Landon Dickerson. Who would have guessed? Landon Dickerson literally cannot stay on the field, and who knows? This could be his final down as an Eagle. His day is over. Who knows if he'll be healthy for the Super Bowl? Again, if the Eagles do make it in the first place. And Landon Dickerson's contract is up at the end of the season. And it has been an injury-riddled 4 seasons for Dickerson with the Eagles. So now the Bucs have it. We'll see if their offense can get a spark off the turnover as Kareem Hunt brings it to the 32-yard line. Following play here for Tampa Bay, Brady calls for an audible. One of the smartest signal callers in the history of the game. He connects with Maurice Rogers, who brings it to the 13, wrapped up by Nehemiah Richardson. Of all the Westlake players to be added into this series, I don't know if any of them have had a better pro career so far than Mo Rogers, who has been a total stud with the Bucs, as Darius Slayton dives into the end zone for 6. We have our first points of the day. It's a touchdown for the Buccaneers, so they're going to start this one on the board with a 7-0 lead. It has not been a good start here for the Eagles offense. We'll see if they can get a spark going, as on 3rd and 3. The curl route is caught by Tykeem Keon, who brings it to the 47-yard line. Good hands there from Keon, who, like Devontae Smith, has been unbelievably good here throughout the playoffs. On first down, it's Rosemont St. Clair with a nice run to the outside. Pushed out of bounds by Antoine Winfield Jr. at the 42. 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Philadelphia has it on the opposing 42. Vanderwall connects again with Tykeem Keon. He brings it to the 30-yard line, and so that'll wrap up the first quarter. The Bucs lead 7-0 off the big interception by Jimmy Ward, leading to a nice drive and score. But the Eagles are now starting to finally move the ball down the field. Interestingly, the Bucs have ran 11 offensive plays. They've all been pass plays. Interesting. Eagles going to start off with a run. It's Tazwell Hubbard. Nothing but green grass ahead. Welcome to the second quarter. It's a touchdown from 30 yards out for Tazwell Hubbard, and we are tied at 7. Big run there for Hubbard, who found open room on the left side, and he finished that play off perfectly. A big score for the Eagles. They needed to get on the board, and they do just that. Great blocking from the left side of the offensive line, and then the rest is history. Another great play for Tazwell Hubbard, who's been making great plays all year long. So both offenses are finally on the board, trading off touchdowns. We're tied at 7. The Bucs looking to answer back. Brady in the zone. He connects with his tight end, O.J. the Juice Man Howard, who gets 22 yards. They still have not ran the ball, which, again, isn't that much of a surprise. The Eagles' run defense is so good. Dallas only ran it like 7 times last week. Finally, we have a run play. Kareem Hunt gets about 3, wrapped up by Deshaun Elliott. Really, ever since the Eagles fired Robert Saleh as their defensive coordinator midseason, that's when the run defense really turned around and became great. 2nd and 7 again. It's O.J. Howard, who gets about 13 yards, quickly wrapped up by Isaiah Simmons. O.J. Howard's having himself a nice little drive here as the Bucs keep the chains moving. On first down, Brady up the middle again for O.J. Howard. He gets 16 more yards. Howard putting on a clinic this possession, as that's his 3rd catch of the drive. 2nd and 10 from the 21, play action fake. Brady looks to throw it. He sails it down the field for Mike Evans, who is popped at the 3-yard line by Richardson. A nice play by the veteran Mike Evans, who has stuck around this team for a long time. 2014 is when he got picked. It's been more than a decade. 1st and goal, Brady under pressure. He connects with O.J. Howard. It's fitting that it's Howard who gets the touchdown on this drive. That's his 4th catch of the possession. That one will go for the score. So it's now 14-7. Both offenses started off slow. Now they're really starting to play well. Vita Vea with the sack on first down, forcing a loss of 7. Vita Vea has become one of the most dominant defensive linemen in the NFL in the run game and the pass game. Now he's in the zone, as on 3rd and 10. Vanderwall connects with Tykeem Keon for a gain of 19 yards. Good throw and catch. Vanderwall and Keon have really done a good job of developing a strong chemistry with each other throughout the season. 2nd and 3. Vanderwall takes a shot downfield. It's caught. The best contested catch man in the National Football League, Devontae Smith, to the 24. Vanderwall was under a ton of pressure as he threw that ball. Let's look at a replay. He was hit by the defensive lineman as he was throwing it, and the ball was wobbly. It was also totally underthrown, but Devontae Smith is just built different. He makes the play, keeps the chains moving. 3rd and 10. Vanderwall with a strike for J.T. DeMarco, who brings it to the 4. A gain of 21 yards for the Eagles, and they are now very close to the end zone looking to tie it up. 2nd and goal. Vanderwall will connect with Devontae Smith for the score. That's Smith's 5th postseason touchdown of the year, and we're still at halftime of the NFC Championship game. Smith walking down the red carpet, getting some picks from the squad. So with 2:44 to go, the Eagles tie it up. Now we're at the 2-minute warning. Tom Brady loves the 2-minute drill. We'll see what he's able to do with it here on this possession. Brady in the zone, looking to throw it under pressure. Fakes the sack from Achebe, but is eventually brought down by Fletcher Cox. Half a sack for Achebe and Cox as it's a loss of 16 yards. The Bucs now chewing clock, so I guess they're realizing that they're not going to do anything on this drive, so they're going to try to run the clock out and burn the Eagles' timeouts, or they're just going to throw it. They really don't want to run the ball that badly. Again, I don't blame them, but that play was kind of a failure because Kareem Hunt was tackled out of bounds, meaning the Eagles don't have to use a timeout. The following play, they would run it, and the Eagles would call a timeout. So Philadelphia has the ball back. Here's Tykeem Keon, past the 40 to the 39. Gain of 30 for Keon as the Eagles get back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 6 now with 1 timeout. It's an out route for Keon, who quickly goes out of bounds to the 22. Big first half here for both Devontae Smith and Tykeem Keon again. As on 2nd and 10, this time it's Smith. Cuts by the defender. He's in for the score. And the Eagles take their first lead of the ball game with just 10 seconds left to go in the half. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the ball game, his 6th of the postseason. The record for the most receiving touchdowns in a single postseason is Larry Fitzgerald with 7. I assume back in the 2008 playoffs when they lost the Super Bowl to the Steelers. So Devontae Smith is 1 away from tying that record. He's 2 away from breaking it. And he has 1.5 games to do so if the Eagles were to win this one. Philadelphia currently up 21-14. Still far from over, of course. The winner again taking on either Kansas City or Baltimore in Super Bowl 59. Again, ground and pound, run the ball. On defense, stop the intermediate pass. Tom Brady has a perfect passer rating in the intermediate game so far. The Eagles do start the second half with the ball. If Philadelphia can continue to capitalize here on offense, there's no reason why they can't win this game and get back to the bowl. That's a pretty good start. Rosemont St. Clair with a gain of 25. St. Clair was pretty quiet last week. Not today. He's actually been better than Tazewell Hubbard. Hubbard's been pretty much non-existent other than that big 30-yard touchdown run. 3rd and 5. Vanderwall looks to throw it. He has a wide open man up the seam. It's Devontae Smith again. He brings it to the 25-yard line. Outside of the interception earlier, Vanderwall has been nearly flawless today. He's been very impressive. 3rd and 8, Vanderwall incomplete. Good pressure by Vita Vea and friends. So that'll force the field goal team to come out. A 41-yard attempt here for Zebediah Phoenix, who, of course, had the game-winning field goal last week. His kick is up and right down the middle. So Zebediah Phoenix will make it a 2-possession game, 24-10. The most points either team has been up by all day. The Eagles are in a good spot here with 15 minutes to go, but they choked a 2-score lead within the span of 10 minutes against these guys earlier in the year. Here's Mike Evans down the field. Nobody can tackle him. He's eventually brought down at the 30 by Isaiah Simmons. What a play by Mike Evans, who's had a great game today for the Bucs. C.J. Thomas has been the main man covering Mike Evans, and as good as Thomas has been this year, he has been put in a clinic today by Evans, who again brings it to the 16, hit hard by the first-time Pro Bowler, Joko Onwosu. First down now, again, it's Mike Evans. He brings it to the 1, quickly wrapped up by Thomas. A very quick drive by Brady and the Bucs. They've had the ball for a little bit over a minute, yet they're already about to find the end zone, as on 2nd and goal, Kareem Hunt will walk it in. So it's now 24-21. The Bucs are right back in it. It's a 3-point game. Now it's time for the Eagles offense to keep doing what they're doing. The Eagles offense started off slowly, but ever since the turnover, they've had 4 straight scoring drives. We'll see if they can make it 5. 3rd and 1, handoff for St. Clair. That's going to be close. I'm not sure if he got it. And they're not going to give it to him. A big play from Jawan Bentley and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. So that'll force an Eagle punt. They could have gone for it there, but they didn't want to risk it at their own 35. There's no reason to try to be that ballsy. So the Bucs now have the ball. Here's Howard, hit hard by Deshaun Elliott, another Pro Bowler on this defense to the 48. That guy in the stands loves his mom, apparently. Down to 10 seconds now in the quarter. 2nd and 4. Brady up the middle again for O.J. Howard, wrapped up at the 28-yard line by Deshaun Elliott. And so that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've got ourselves a ball game. Philadelphia 24, Tampa Bay 21. The Eagles started their season with a loss here in Tampa. They do not want their season to end with a loss in Tampa, but they've really got to get a stop here, or else they could be in danger of definitely losing this game. Kareem Hunt brings it to the 3, wrapped up by Isaiah Simmons. I believe that was on a 3rd down as well, so really big play there by the Buccaneers. Another 3rd down, this time 3rd and goal. Brady looking to throw it. He connects with Mike Evans in the back of the end zone, and the Buccaneers lead for the first time here in the second half, 28-24. I guess we can't choke a big lead like the first time we played these guys if we don't have the lead to begin with. Big drive here for Xander Vanderwall in the offense as he is sacked by Akeem Hicks and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. A big play for the Tampa defense. Now the Bucs are just going to try to chew some clock here. 3.5 minutes to go. A big play. 3rd and 1. Brady connects with O.J. Howard. That'll keep the chains moving. Got to look out for those timeouts. The Eagles may start to need to use them soon. Philadelphia has a better run defense than anybody right now in the NFL, as the play clock is ahead of the game clock, but Brady's going to get another snap off. 2nd and 4, he gets it to Mo Rogers, who gets the first down to the 25. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. The Bucs have all the momentum. They're in the driver's seat. The Eagles do have all 3 timeouts. Now they don't, as it's a 2nd and 1. Tampa Bay can get a first down, they'll be in a great spot. It's Kareem Hunt. I think he got it. Hunt gains 2. The Eagles call timeout number 2, and now Philadelphia is in a little bit of trouble. Another first down officially ices the game. So the Eagles defense needs to stop now more than ever. Hunt gets only a yard. The Eagles call their final timeout. That'll make it a 2nd and 9 here for the Bucs. Can the best run defense in the National League step up when it matters the most? They don't. Kareem Hunt brings it to the 1-yard line, so with that first down, the Bucs should have this one locked up. So they're now in victory formation, so I figured the only way we can win here is just get a bunch of offside penalties, get them as close to the end zone as possible to try to tempt them to score instead of kneel. I know it seems really stupid, but it's worth a try. It's go out swinging or lose the game. So I think I tried to do this about 5 or 6 different times. Just keep getting offsides. Just keep getting them closer to the end zone. They're literally inches away. They could just do a QB sneak with Brady if they wanted to. But they were not budging. They would just keep going into victory formation. Obviously, if this was real life, this was never happened. They would just need the clock out. But I was hoping Madden would be stupid enough to try to run another play and score. But that's not going to be the case. We went out swinging, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough as Tom Brady takes down the final knee. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are advancing to Super Bowl 59, where they will play against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, or Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. And with that, the Philadelphia Eagles season comes to a close. It started with a loss in Tampa, and it ended with a loss in Tampa. Both games, the Eagles lost to the Bucs this year. They led at the start of the fourth quarter. This one was a little bit less embarrassing since we were only up by 3. But regardless, definitely not the way we wanted to end our season. I'm pretty sure in every main Madden franchise I've done, we've won the Super Bowl in year number 4. So I guess this would be the first time that hasn't been the case. Browns in Madden 17, Chargers in Madden 18, Madden 19 with the Dolphins, Madden 20 with the Lions, and last year with the Jaguars. We won it in year 4 every time. So I guess that won't be the case this time around. I'm not going to try to point the finger and figure out a scapegoat here because I thought everybody really fought hard and we played well in this game. We just weren't consistent, scoring 3 points outside of the second quarter. Tom Brady is probably the best player in football right now. He's immortal. We couldn't really stop him, and nobody's been able to stop him this year, so I'm not going to give our defense a hard time. I thought Xander Vanderwall played quite well. The interception was kind of the killer, and it was a really bad play by him. But other than that, he played really well, in my opinion. And overall, I thought Vanderwall had a very good postseason with us. Still to be seen whether he's the guy next year, but I liked what I saw from him in the playoffs. The Bucs did not run the ball well. We ran the ball pretty well. Tazewell Hubbard wasn't great other than his 30-yard touchdown run. He didn't do a whole lot, although Rosemont St. Clair did have a really good game. O.J. Howard and Mike Evans both torched us, combining for 233 yards. They each had a touchdown. Tykeem Keon and Devontae Smith both played really, really well. Again, Devontae Smith is due for a contract extension this offseason. He is not under contract for next year. We've got to make a decision. Not really a decision on if he's coming back, but instead, how much is he going to get paid? Our defense did not have our best game, but again, it was against Tom Brady, who's been unbelievable this season. The special teams was fine, other than the one penalty by Mekhi Diggins. So it's not that we played badly. I thought we played pretty well. They just happened to play better. They were the better team today. They deserve to move on here to the Super Bowl. We did get our contract extended, so that's fun. Everybody's now a year older as well. We're going to go through the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl and whatnot here in today's episode, because next episode's going to be a little bit different. I'll explain that more at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around to see what that ends up looking like. So we're going to start with what happens in the AFC Championship between the Chiefs and the Ravens. The Ravens won the Super Bowl in year 1 of this series, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in year 2. So both teams are looking to get back to face off against the Buccaneers, and it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Ravens 32-25. So Brady and Mahomes will face off in the Super Bowl for the second time in their careers. Brady beat Mahomes back in Super Bowl 55, and now Mahomes is looking for revenge. Looking at the Pro Bowl rosters, look who it is, Xander Vanderwall. He makes it as a replacement for Tom Brady. We had nobody else on offense, which is really disrespectful. I feel like Tazewell Hubbard should have made it, Tykeem Keon, maybe Devontae Smith, Jason Kelce for sure. All of those guys absolutely should have got in. We got a little bit more respect on defense with Isaiah Simmons, C.J. Thomas, Deshaun Elliott, and Joko Onwosu all making it. And we also had, of course, Zebediah Phoenix make it as well. So that is 6 Pro Bowlers, 1 on offense, 4 on defense, 1 on special teams. Now at the Super Bowl stage, this is where players go up in development traits. Nobody on offense went up. I wasn't really expecting anybody to, so I wasn't all that disappointed. Defensively, we had 2 players go up. The first one being Deshaun Elliott, who is now a superstar. Deshaun Elliott's a free agent at the end of the year. We drafted Edmund Orient in the first round last year with the expectation of letting Deshaun Elliott walk, but he played so well this year, we might not be able to let him walk. The other one is C.J. Thomas. No surprise, going up to Superstar X Factor. Thomas has gone up in dev trait 2 years in a row. He's gotten 18 interceptions in the past 2 seasons combined. So now it's time for the big game. Who's it going to be, the Bucs or the Chiefs? And it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who blow out the Chiefs 35-14. Tom Brady, at the age of 47, throws for 5 touchdowns and over 400 yards in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I've always been under the thinking that Tom Brady isn't the greatest pure football player of all time. I've just always thought he's the most accomplished player of all time. But after this, I may need to change my GOAT stance, because he now has 8 Super Bowl rings, another Super Bowl MVP. I imagine he's going to hang it up after this season, but it's not like he's regressed at all. He had his best season of his career last year, so I'm not sure if he's going to stick around or not, but regardless, that should be fun to see in the offseason, which will be soon, but it won't be the next episode. I said we're going to do something a little bit different. After the 4th season of the Jaguars franchise last year, I did like a league-wide recap, in a sense, looking at all of the drafted players throughout the series to see how their careers have gone so far. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to look at all the former Westlake guys, a lot of your custom-made players, and some of the other draft picks who have been notable throughout the series as well. Take a look at how they are doing. So I'm pretty excited about that episode. I hope you guys are as well. And then after that, we'll get to the offseason with free agency and the draft as we look to retool and reload for another, hopefully, Super Bowl run. So that's going to wrap up the video. Not the result we wanted, but still a fun game and episode. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.